Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be some pickups from HMV and CAX. But first, I've got an unboxing for you. I just picked this up. This is from my good friend Dave Ramsden. Now, I don't know if any of you know this, but this went to the sorting office. And when it went to the sorting office, their opening times has changed. It's only open from 8 till 10, and then 4 till 6. Wow. And it caught me out a few times, I tell you, because I've been 3 times now, but never mind. That's beside the point. I really appreciate Dave getting in touch and saying he sent this to us. And also, I'm going to do on here, I'm going to do a bit of a channel update. And the channel update will be for the fact that at the month of September, I'm going to probably not do many or any videos. And that's because I've got loads of live streams and things that I've like going to do, but I haven't been able to do them from doing work. Now, work looks like it's going to be another catastrophe next month. As I keep saying, it's just not getting better, but never mind. And what I'll do is I will go and probably go and do some live streams next month and not do many videos. If something good comes in, I will do a video of it, but it'll probably be not many videos there at this point. So I can get these live streams on top of these live streams, because I know I've got a few that I promised to go on, and also a few that I promised to do on my channel. So let's get into this. Nurse, what am I going to say? Scalpel, please. Thank you. Ooh, I come out with it violently. I'll just take this out and see what it is. This looks like a book, and it is. Oh wow! Look at this. Banned in 47 countries, My Faces of Death, a deadly memoir. The truth behind the making of the American cult classic by John Allen Schwartz. I never ever knew this had existed at all. It's amazing, isn't it, what's out there. I did read a book about Mondo's film. Is it called Killing for Culture? I believe something like that. And this was actually, I don't think there's any photographs in here, which is a blessing actually, because some of the photographs you get from Face of Death are quite, awful, although not real. So this is such a surprise, actually. I know you said there's something here you'd really like. It's to do a video on Nasties, but I never ever thought that this would be the book. I'm dying to read this. Dying to find out some. Actually, when I do read it, and I will read it, because the printing is very big, which is good for me. I will share my thoughts on this to see if there's anything that, well, there will be loads of things that you might not know about Face of Death that will be explained in here. Wow, that's amazing, Dave, honestly. And there's something else as well. I don't think there's a note in here. I'm saying Dave, but I also mean Jill as well. Dave and Jill. What else Dave has sent is, take the shrink wrap off, the bubble wrap off, should I say, is, oh yes, actually I'm saying I didn't know what was in here. I do know what was in here. This is the Arrow Blu Ray of the 80s movie Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. And it's also directed by Ridley Scott, which I kind of forgot about, but wow. When Dave got in touch with us and said about this movie, I thought, I didn't even know they released it. But it's one of those ones, I mean, the special effects for the devil, I think he's a devil, with Tim Curry is unbelievable. And yeah, that's a true collector when you see one of them in your package. Now I've got this it looks like it's going to be region A locked. I'll check that on my player just to see if it is that. Can't wait to watch this actually. This is another movie. Now that girl there, she's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Can't remember her name. I'm gonna say, is it Mira somebody? It's not Mira Sorvino, I know that one. This is one of the first times I saw. I actually watched this and I didn't think too much of Tom Cruise in them days. I thought Tom Cruise is quite all right. Risky Business and all that. Thought it was a great film. And then he seemed to go off and make, well, not pointless films, but just movies that didn't appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. Really, really looking forward to this. Legend. Oh, actually, look at this. You get the director's cut, and also, I'd imagine, that's the US theatrical cut. Wow. and it looks like it's got a stack of extras on here. There's no way I can read that. The print on that is far too small, but you get a ton of stuff. I'll put it there and see if it does show up in there. It doesn't get too blurry or whatever. How it does that. But wow, look at this. Now this, you got to say that this is something you don't see often. I don't think I've ever seen a physical copy of Legend at all, and really looking forward to reading this book. So, how's that for an unboxing? Wow, two amazing things. What I'll do is, at the end of this video, when I'm going to show the things I've picked up, and I've got a load of things that I have picked up. I'll probably put some on here and maybe do some more next week. Next week's going to be a busy week, really busy week of work, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to make many videos. But like I say, in September, I'm going on holiday as well. And we think we're getting the roof done as well. So that's probably going to take up a lot of noise. It's going to be a noise fest. So rather than just having me trying to fit videos in, we'll just call September a little bit of a live stream month. And I'll get back to business in October. So, yeah. So, thanks once again, Dave and Jill. This is amazing. I can't wait to dig into this. I hope there's some really good, odd facts about this movie because, to be honest, I haven't looked at the special edition, the features on it, but I imagine there's a lot of things to find out about this masterpiece. So thanks once again, Dave and Jill. You better say Jill on that one than Jill. You know what I'm saying? So I'll come back and I'll tell you what this all looks like. But thanks once again. Really do appreciate this. So this has just come through the door. This is from my good friend Craig, aka Bumpers Movies. Now, I'm going to leave a link down to his video down below when he's getting some stuff from Vinegar Syndrome. And what he does is usually gets in touch with me and said he's sending away for some Vinegar Syndrome stuff and would I like to pick something up. And usually puts us in sort of mind of some great movies out there, and this being one of them. So when this come through the door just before, I thought it takes a while to come from Vinegar Syndrome, as everybody knows. But I want to thank Craig once again for giving me the option to be able to add this to his order. So the movie that Craig has helped me pick up by ordering it for me is the Vinegar Syndrome title, really nicely wrapped. The Vinegar Syndrome title of Deadly Games. Now, some of the more observant of you might say, well, it hasn't got a slipcover on. And actually, when Craig got his, Craig didn't have a slipcover on his as well. It's one of those ones that's it's a great version, but it's just come and went. The slipcover has anyway. And when these go out of print, they really go out of print. But all is not lost because Craig and myself have been over to JamSlips and got one of these. This is incredible. I mean, look at that. There's no way on earth you would say this is not an original slip. Yes, Vinegar Syndrome have that amazing cardboard that you use. I don't know where they get it from or how they do it. But the slip that James uses from JamSlips is also pretty hefty as well. But it's brilliant. And I knew that I was going to get this one, so I thought this is going to be a brilliant slip to get. And obviously Craig got in touch and says, this one's for sale on there. Would you like to pick one up? So I says, yep. Sent him across the money. He put it on his order. Job done. So I'm going to get into this, and also I'm going to actually just go and watch this now. I'm going to find out what this looks like inside. Probably got reversible art. So there you go. There's a reversible art. You get your two discs in here. You get the Blu Ray and you get the 4K. So I am really excited to watch this one. You get special features on there. I don't really know too much about this movie. I just know that everyone goes on about it just being a right laugh and just a fun movie. That's what it's all about anyway. So I will be putting the slipcover on the top of this. And thanks once again, Craig. This is amazing, mate. Cheers. Okay, so third unboxing of this video is... Oh, man. Deep Folly. You know, I don't know what it is for this little bit here. Wow. Close but no cigar. So what I've got today from Amazon is, yes, Wolf Creek, the complete first series. I will be getting the complete series 2 of Wolf Creek. I just had such a good time with that Wolf Creek. I'll leave a link to that video down below if you haven't seen it already, talking about the Viavision or Viavision version of Wolf Creek. It was such what I put the movie on and I couldn't wait to watch Wolf Creek 2, so I went and got that one. And when I was watching that one, I thought I'm going to have to get the TV series. And probably when I put this first episode on, I will go and get the full series of Wolf Creek 2. Yes. Strong, bloody, gory violence. That'll do for me. These, I don't know anything about the TV series. I just know that this creation of this John Jarrett is something else. I'm so invested in this character. No, it's released by Eureka. Didn't know that. Now, it's funny because I thought I've never seen this out in the wild, although I haven't been looking for it. And maybe because it's Eureka, they don't really get stocked in HMV. So maybe that's why I haven't seen this out in the wild. But I don't think I've even seen this in CEX. But we've got it now. I can't wait to get more in the world of this Wolf Creek. Highly, highly recommended if you haven't seen it. And brutal beyond belief. So that's Wolf Creek. So I'll get to my pickups now. I've got a few pickups here. I've got a few more pickups, which I'll probably leave to another video. And that'll probably be all my pickups till my September drought. It's not going to be me like leaving YouTube at all. It's just me sort of changing tack, getting some live streams on the go, and not trying to do the whole lot in one go because it's, as it's proven, since I haven't done a live stream for a while, it's proven I can't really do them both together at this moment. So that's why it's changing tack a bit. So first up, for £3.50 in CEX, I got The Hills of Eyes, the remake. Now, funny enough, I love the first Hills of Eyes. I think it's great. I know it's not the best of movies, but for some reason, I just love it. I think it's a pure nostalgia trip for me. Now, this one here, I thought I don't want to have anything to do with it because I like that one so much. Hills of Eyes 2, Part 2, not so much. But it is what it is. Now, everyone keeps saying to me, you have got to see this movie. Think of it as a different movie. Think of it as not like a kind of remake of The Hills of Eyes. Think of it as just a reimagining of The Hills of Eyes. Really intrigued by this one, but I haven't checked it out yet, so I don't know what the quality is like. So that's The Hills of Eyes. Next I got, this is from a while ago actually, on 4K, I got The Lighthouse. This is the Arrow version. And I was going to say, I don't know how much I paid for it, but I paid £29.99. I know this will probably come to sale sometime, but I knew when I saw this, I think, where did I see this? I saw it on Sky Movies. So because of that, I knew I had to get this on 4K. Now, I like the movie. It's a strange movie. It's a movie that's not really for everybody, but it's just, the booklet here is a great booklet, as Arrow always does. Smells immense. Minimalistic. Love that. So there's your ARC cards. Basically, this movie only really has two people in it for most of the movie. Now, I didn't really have too much of an affinity with Robert Pattinson until he come out in The Batman. And when I saw him this before I saw The Batman, I thought, he is a really good actor. I thought he was one of these sort of teen heartthrob things, which didn't really want to like appeal to me, but far from it. I think he's a great actor. He's great in The Batman as well. Can't wait to see The Batman too. This is so good, this movie. The fact that these people, part of the movie is they just go to this lighthouse and they sort of go insane, basically. And they go on the drink that they have, which is kind of modified petrol, which sends them out of their mind. Like, in some respects, it's brilliant. I love that. And you get a lot of extras there. I mean, when Arrow announced they were going to do this, I thought, yes, yeah, A24. Yeah. Maybe that's why it took so long to come out on 4K. The original art and the new art. So the star of the show for me is the black levels on this movie. These have got some of the best black levels I've ever seen on a 4K. It's absolutely stunning. And that's got to do with the cameras that they use. They use these special cameras, a bit like Barry Lyndon, when they use these strange cameras, which were modified because of no natural light they used, but candlelight. This one's a bit the same. The stuff you can see in the shadows is just unbelievable. I knew it would be when I saw it on Sky Movies, and I thought, this is incredible. And how did they do it? I looked it up online, and it said about this camera. So that was one of the reasons why I knew how to get some 4K, but highly recommended if you're a fan of that type of thing, or a fan of this type of movie. That's The Lighthouse. While I've been shooting this video, the postman's been with his feather. He must have knocked with a feather duster because I'm sitting here. I can hear the door. No noise, no thingy at all. Had to go downstairs to pick up something I want to talk about. And this was stuff through the door, and I thought, honestly, I wouldn't care. I'm here. Now I'm going to have to go backwards and forwards to the sorting office. Although they say they're going to repost it tomorrow. Guess who's at work all day tomorrow? I am. Anyway, So let's talk about the stuff I've actually got on this video. So first up is this book. This, I thought, I'll have a read of a couple of pages and see what I think of it. And I must admit, I've nearly read, how many pages have I read? I think I read 26 already, and that was just in the space of a night. This is fascinating, this book. You can get this on Amazon, I think about £5 actually. It's a short book. I mean, it's only about, how many pages? 73 pages long. But it's so, this bloke here, this John Schwartz, if I wrote a book and you put stuff in which is personal and you think, well, I wouldn't put that in. There's loads of things in here, and I'm thinking, my God, there's no way I would have told another human being about some of the ways or thoughts I had. But he puts it all in this candid book, prepared to be shocked. And I'm up to the part where he's obsessed in his early life. He's obsessed by death. And he's had a few experiences with death or near death. And it's made him interested to the point of being a bit strange about the whole death thing. And he's just starting in this book now. He was starting to come up with the ideas of Faces of Death, the actual movie. Fascinating if you're into this type of thing or you're interested in this type of book. If you're a fan of video nasties, this is an essential item to have. Absolutely brilliant. I want to thank Dave once again. Speaking of Dave, next up is Legend. So when I put the disc on, it is Region A locked. Definitely Region A locked. It didn't play on my Region B 4K player. And it looked a bit grainy, actually, the menu. But when I put it on, it went to the film. This is absolutely pin sharp. This that does say a 2K restoration of the US theatrical cut from original negatives, including a 4K scan of the original camera negative. Wow. It doesn't say that about the director's cut. Now, when I watched the director's cut, that was unbelievably good. So I might watch the theatrical cut actually to see if that's even better, which I can't imagine it being any better because it was just unbelievable. So that's the girl there I was talking about is Mia Sara or Mia Sarah. And I had to fast forward to the actual. It's some of the best makeup I've ever seen at prosthetics ever. Is Tim Curry as this? Is he a devil? Is he a demon? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this, but I want to honestly thank Dave and Jill once again for giving me the opportunity to have this one, especially when it's one that I've always liked or never been able to get a hold of. I remember seeing this on VHS. I think that's all right. And then just kind of seemed to vanish, one of those ones. And it's just such a great thing to have. And I said to Deborah, "What do you think about this?" And she said, "Oh well, I might." And I said, "You've got to see it for this." She's like, "Oh," I said, "It's not scary. It's only a PG or something like that." But yeah, really intrigued in getting that one, and it's just brilliant to have. Will it get released on 4K? Probably. Will it look good on 4K? You betcha. And last up is Deadly Games. So I put it in this container, the discs in there, and a slipcover. So JamSlips again. Have a look for JamSlips down below, link down below. Get across to him. Anything you need on a slipcover, you put on for you. And it's a great service, and you'll get a unique slipcover to your specifications. So I put this on, and I thought, not knowing many things about it, I just know it was really one of these ones from Vinegar Syndrome you need to see. So I put it on, and think of it as Home Alone. So he's a bit like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. More about that in a second. And he's got all these gadgets and gizmos that you can kind of do against people. He does it for fun, but funny enough, this crazy, and I do mean crazy, Santa Claus comes in the mix and comes into his house. It's about how he gets, with all these traps, tries to sort of get Santa Claus. Now, this movie came out a couple of years before Home Alone, and the director from this, or the writer, or the producer, one of them, tried to sue Home Alone to say basically, hey, this is our movie. You've just made it more Hollywood and a bit more fun. Now, this is quite funny, but it's some violence in here, some unexpected violence, actually. There's one scene which didn't sit too right with me, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. But this bloke here who plays Santa, it's a French film. It's in French language with subtitles. There's no English dub, which it doesn't matter. But he is sinister beyond belief. But this little kid, he's great. He's got some good, really good ways of trying to get to thwart this bad Santa. So it's got a lot of things going for it. So when I put it on, I thought, as Vinegar Syndrome do all the time, there, I'm still thinking about this. It's in the back of my mind. Never mind. So this, I thought this would look good, but honestly, this looked absolutely spectacular. And the movie itself, when I watched it, I had such a blast with this movie. It's one of the best ones I've seen. The fact it's one in me, if I had to do a top 10 of Christmas movies, this is definitely in there with a bullet. Might even be number one, dare I say. Can you believe it? But yeah, so as Christmas horror goes, if you like that sort of thing and you're a fan of Christmas horror, you need to see this movie. It's basically like a horror movie, kind of Home Alone. Now, that ticks all the boxes for me. And yes, I do believe that the director was right when he said Home Alone stole this movie off me. And I do think he lost his case mind, but maybe that's because of the big wigs have the money. But this is such a good movie. I highly, highly recommend it. And I want to thank Craig once again for sorting me out and giving me the opportunity to sort of get this in his deal when he sent away for stuff. I was able to put my order in with his stuff, and it was great to have that. And he sent the stuff straight around to us. So link down to Bumpers Movies down below. So don't forget that September will mainly be a live stream month. I'll leave details as soon as I can get them for the live streams. And you might see what was actually delivered to me today when he knocked with his feather. So, thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.